Hello Virgo, let's see what's up for you in August. This is your intuitive tarot reading for August, and it's a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So let's see what's up for you. What's up for Virgo in August? I see the feeling of being content with the work that you did or what you have accomplished. It might be creating a home or a house, or how you nurture your kids, or what you do at work. But I think that you just have, or you're about to hit a snag that might make you doubt this, or make you doubt how good this is. It's as if you have to go and mediate or put on a different hat. You have to set something straight, or you have to be the voice of reason or justice. So maybe that snag isn't quite that you're doubting this, but it's just a snag in this experience of being relaxed, taking a break from life, having that void or period in your life where things are actually calm, and then you have to go back to this. It's like things go from being very down to earth, relaxed and casual, into being very strict and narrow and straight lines that you have to follow. Let's see what this is about. And here you have, that is the sword. This is the truth. This is the voice of reason, or, you know, cutting something clear, being honest about something, being direct. Maybe this is coming in. Maybe that is the snag, that it's coming in for you as well. And I feel for some of you, I think you're so sick of this. It might be something that reoccurs for some of you. Like, because I hear, I'm so sick of this shit. This might be something that reoccurs. But it's as if you're looking back at your life for something you have accomplished, and then now you have to go back to this. Like, this is karma. So it might be something that keeps popping up in your life, a situation that appears in different forms, but it's the same essence, or it's the same situation that you have been dealing with, and I think is very karmic. But you have justice and karma, and you have the truth here. So there might be justice and karma coming in for you, which is beautiful. Let's see what more is up here. Wait, is it this? It's this card. There's this sense that you're going from being able to relax, or things are quiet, and then you have to go back and hustle, or to be on the outlook, or trying to expand, or waiting for somebody. Like looking, is it coming? Are they coming? And I feel the foundation that you're standing on might crumble. I also heard, when I started shuffling your cards, I heard, what's the name of that song? It's, I think it's called Where You Are by John Summit. It's sort of like, are you looking at the moon too? And when you're looking at it, are you longing for me? So this might be something on again, off again, or it might be like a relationship that you feel is starting to crumble and you doubt it, if you can ever find back together, or if you can fix it. And on that song as well, she sings something along the lines of, is that fire that we ignited strong enough that it's going to last and we can reignite it? And it's a lot about longing and missing something. So maybe this is an on again, off again situation. Or yeah, if you're in a turbulent relationship, and it doesn't have to be romantic, of course. It can be any relationship with anybody you care about. And it can also be a work situation. Please give us more cards to clarify this. This is a card of the mediator. Tradition, going back to the way things are, following the ancestors, everything that's been done. It's not questioning what's established. But if this is a relationship, it might be something with mediation. Or at work, of course, you can have mediation there as well if there's a conflict at work. It's as if I see you chipping off these on his wand. And there's this sense that this shouldn't look like that. It should be different. And it's very insistent. And I felt here as well a little bit annoyance, like, oh, not this shit again. Like, you're sick of it. There is this sense that in whatever situation this is, you might feel that it isn't how it's supposed to be, or it's not proper. And there's this annoyance that why can't this situation just abide? How do they not know that? Or how can it be so difficult? And here you have the Lovers. So of course it might be a relationship, definitely. And you have the Lovers and the mediator. But it can also be that you're building up to this choice to fight for it or stay and make the best out of it perhaps, or leave and find something better for yourself. But let's get some more cards and see. The Chariot. So maybe you decide to, go to mediation, because this is also sevens are about looking back and learning before you proceed. This is not being impulsive. It's looking back, making a plan and following it based on what has worked in the past. And this is also going back to basics and following the way things have been done and learning from history. And this is also about that. So maybe that's what you're going to do. But, you know, you can't not see that this person is proceeding by themselves. It's two becoming one. So that might be a choice that some of you are making in this connection, whatever it is. I see definitely cutting something loose for some of you. Of course, nothing is set in stone, so you might choose whatever you like, but I think some of you will choose to cut this situation loose that is dragging you down, or you're just fed up with it. Let's see what this new direction is, this Ace of Swords. What is that? I think you just realize that you want something else for yourself, or you realize that the nature of this situation, like you're honest with yourself. You might go following your dreams, or doing your own thing, or deciding to not mask, to just be yourself. Like dance if nobody's watching. You might go travel or communicate with somebody online perhaps. This is all about something happening swiftly. It's as if somebody is coming to you also from a distance. Something is headed for you, and you might not see it yet. And this is headed for you. Here it is, the love, the abundance, feeling of overflowing with contentment, inspiration, fulfillment. This is also a card of inspiration. So if this is about writer's block or something, that you're in the flow and then you're blocked again, or whatever it is, this is headed for you. Inspiration, dreams coming true and being fulfilled. That's freaking awesome. So let's get some advice for you in this situation. I took this card, this is where I was headed. This was my determination. But then I got interrupted by this. Like they insisted and they just fell over and took over. Which is feeling, it can be bad health. Like you have a poor health perhaps, some handicap, restrictions, financial restrictions, or being outcast. And retreating, keeping to yourself, being skeptical, being weary. And here you have family obligations. And here you have deceit or trickery. Or someone shady. So it's like when you're headed for this, whatever this is, this might be the snag in the road as well, that this just overthrows you a little bit. But when it did, I didn't feel worried or anything. I just felt, it's going to be okay. I think you'll handle it like a boss. Oh, and this is where your determination was, what you were doing when you are, it's that transformation. You might be breaking free from old patterns, from old ways of thinking. You're making yourself new, perhaps. Yeah, and I also see that if you're a parent, it's like that nagging, like for the parents all the time, like you have to put something down constantly to give something else attention, and then you can go back to what you were doing. So there's a little bit of that. If you didn't have any of these things, bombarding you would have excelled quicker, I mean. But, it just takes the time it takes with that transformation. Please just give us some end cards for the end of August. I should take one of these. Please just give us one more card. Okay. So don't take too big of steps. Don't think too far ahead. Just start with what you can, what you do now, and don't pressure yourself by thinking you should be further along, as we were talking. Like, it takes the time it takes because you have so many other things interfering in this. I feel like you see where you want to go ahead, but you're always held back a little bit. But it's going to be okay. And again, don't stick in the past and wish things would be different. And don't wish that you should have been further along. Just focus on the present and do what you can now, and just take baby steps, because those are steps as well. It is what it is. This is just how it is. So it just takes the time it takes. Again, this card, and it's in reverse. This card is all about the potential within these eggs. And respecting that everything has its own timing, everything has its own season, and things will take the time it takes. But it's in reverse, so I think it just reiterates this card, that be patient with yourself. But let's just read what it means. It's the number 2 and in reverse. So let's see. Be your own person and be a conscious co-creator. The gentle gardener is visiting you at a moment in your life. I'm sorry to remind you, because I should read the reverse, I'll just finish, that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create the reality you experience. But let's just see it reversed. Do you harbor resentments? How often do you reinforce negativity by affirming lack and limitation? Every time you send out a desire for something but secretly harbor a belief that you're undeserving of it, you plant weeds in the field of your dreams. When the gentle gardener appears in the reverse position, she reminds you to be aware of any negative thoughts or selfish motives. She encourages you to step back and pay close attention to what thought seeds that you send out to the world. Weeds choke the life out of a beautiful garden. No need to fret, however, because once you recognize this, you can always remove a bad seed and replace it with a healthy one. Forgiveness is your most powerful and restorative tool. So it might be that you harbor some resentment because of this, or that you feel too tied down. Yeah, but this is lying ahead for you. This is so beautiful. I love this reading. This is lying ahead for you. And don't be hard on yourself. Don't be impatient. And just respect that it will just take the time it takes. You have the obligations you have, or you have the life situation that you have. That just is what it is. But you are moving towards success and fulfilling whatever your dream or goal is. And this was a freaking awesome reading. It was beautiful. So I hope I see you again in September.